Ooh. Ooh, more than I expected. Even with it in my hand, I thought it was less. You know what? Yeah. 10% for a tithe of my income, every income. That means if it's 630, that's $60 towards tithing. Tithing, I think there's three so far that I know of. I know one is you go to the church and you give it for God's sake right there. And another one is if the place is too far for you to spend your tithe. It is spending. You are buying. When you pay a tithe, when you pay your tithe, you're buying. You're buying from God. That's what paying tithe is. You are buying. That's what God works is saying. Alright, guess what? You just got an income. Come into my shop. I know you got $630 something on you. Now all you need to do, you're gonna buy furniture, food, whatever, house with your income. But here's the thing. Only 10% of your income is going to be like buying with your entire income. Now, do you really know how God works? That 10% of your money, even if it's you have $10 and you take, let's see, I don't know how to do that, but 10%. 10% off your income means a lot to God. We don't know why. But 10% paid directly to God out of our money, out of the first, before we spend anything from our income, even to pay bills. No. First. This is a bill. It's a bill. You pay this bill, everything is gonna be fine. Everything else, you just don't know what God does. This is your first and most important bill. And this bill is needed every time you have an income. Every time I have an income. 10% of the income. Nothing else matters. Until after you pay this 10%. After I pay this 10%. This means never. If you are a water bill company, electric company, or you selling furniture, it's your job in a community to tell people, hey, wait a minute. You can't come pay a bill. You can't come buy furniture if you did not pay your 10% income, 10% off your income. No, I don't want no dealings with you. No, if you're not paying your 10% income, I don't want no dealings with you. You are going to break up my blessings with God. Yes. That's how important it is. It is a ripple effect. You can either cause a blessing ripple or well, it is like a curse. And I think it is a curse. If you don't pay it, you're pretty much cursing yourself. The first man was Abel. He did things that he could do at the time. Wait, see, his was, I think, cattle or something, or sheep, and his what he brought to God was of his income. He brought it to God. God was well pleased. That's Abel. The first man who God was well pleased with. Abel. Yes. Cain was ticked off because he did the same, but he did not well please God. Cain did not well please God. Do you understand that? If you're listening to me, Cain did not well please God. No matter if he did do his part. Do you understand why did Abel please God and Cain did not please God? First of all, remember, Adam didn't please God neither. The wife of Adam didn't please God. Abel must have been created in the garden, birthed outside the garden, and then Abel was able to give God God's first, I don't know if it was an offering or a tithe. God was given the first tithe from his own creation, first offering from his own creation. It was nothing to do with anything personal with Abel. It just was the way it happened.